Let us continue. I reduced the volume for voices. And, we'll see how things play out.
That's right. When I saw
Yeah, you got it.
It's a new solution key.
If it was a red herring, that means he wasn't really dead.
Yeah, Zilch was faking his death to fool us. That knife was just to trick me into thinking he was dead when I looked through the window. But the Peacekeeper's report saying they all burned to death created a contradiction.
So the culprit was just plain dead. It's exactly what I said.
In a roundabout way, yes.
Which means that dead end in the abyss could have a new path now. Let's hurry back!
My voice could be a touch louder? So what you're saying is reduce the game volume even more.
Oh, this is looking pretty good.
How about that, boom shakalaka? What button is this?
Which means that dead end in the abyss could have a new path now.
Which means that dead end in the abyss could have a new path now.
In a roundabout way, yes.
Sounds great, doesn't it? Maybe a little low for me, but sometimes it takes a while for me to get into the groove of the talkie because it's only been 30 minutes at most since I've been awake. Ideally.
What's wrong?
It's too much of a hassle to go all the way back there. I don't want to walk anymore.
Some guide you are. Besides, you're not even walking.
I despise effort and hard work. I want to head back the easy way. Oh, I know! I have a convenient transportation method, thanks to my awesomeness. It lets us go anywhere you've been before. Now is the perfect time to use it.
Zoom or evac? Let's evac.
A mysterious force is blocking you from casting this spell.
What the?
That spell will let you escape from within a labyrinth, but you can't use it inside the mystery labyrinth. Anyway, time to pick again.
Sure.
A mysterious force. Don't tell me you're trying to get me to yell at you.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Which button is it?
Are you the type of person who likes getting berated by beautiful girls?
Of course not.
Then you should know which one to pick.
Now I have to choose it again.
A mysterious force is blocking you from casting this spell. Come on! I told you already that's not the right spell! Don't tell me you're trying to get me to yell. Are you the type of
Of course not.
Then you should...
Okay. I don't like the flash, but it is what it
See?
is.
Super easy!
Yeah, sure.
But unfortunately, using it does drain a little bit.
drain a little bit of what? Do you have MP or something?
Your lifespan.
My lifespan? Again?
So we passed through how did the culprit pull it off junction, and have taken the played dead turn again. Now that we have a new solution key, I'm sure we can solve this mystery and access what's ahead.
Let's give it a try.
Solution keys are important to solving mysteries. Yours truly is important too.
Solution keys can be used to break through mysteries in the way.
We're gonna expose the truth together!
Select the solution key that answers the question in front of you. Get it right and the mystery will disappear. What proves the culprit played dead? I don't think any of this proves the culprit played dead.
Zilch was trying to trick us into thinking he'd killed himself.
See, didn't I say the path would appear? It's all because we found the right deductive clue to break through. I'm so amazing. You can pat me on the head if you want, Master.
Well, maybe later.
Don't tell Mr. JRPG. He gives free head pats.
We opened the Play Dead route thanks to the corpse red herring solution key. So Zilch really faked his death to mislead us.
If so, he is absolutely the culprit. Now, we just need to prove it.
But even if the Mystery Labyrinth is fair when it comes to solving mysteries, the real world will be different, right? What if Amaterasu Corp decides to protect the culprit, even if we prove who really did it?
Oh, you're worried they'll just cover it up? No need to worry about that.
Huh? Why's that?
Let's save the fun for later.
Oh, the ground! It's falling apart!
You better run, Master!
Why? Wasn't this the right route?
Maybe the logic still has some holes in it.
Whoa!
Master, you better concentrate!
Was what Yuma saw through the window actually Zilch?
When I saw Zilch through the window, he was faking his death with a knife through the cushion. That was definitely the real Zilch.
Was the burnt corpse in car 1 actually Zilch?
The corpse I investigated was real, it just wasn't Zilch's corpse. In other words, Zilch swapped himself out for a real corpse.
I did say that he burned like super fast. Zilch swapped places with the corpse in the infirmary. Has to be before.
The corpse was switched right before I broke the infirmary window to open the lock. The blazing fire had filled the room with smoke, so I couldn't make anything out through the window. Zilch used that smoke as cover to switch himself with a dead body.
I feel like the voice acting is now too quiet. For me, anyway. Compared to music.
I get it. The fire wasn't only there to show he died from burning. It was also a smokescreen to swap out the corpse.
Right. In the smoke, he switched places with a corpse he had hit.
Finally getting to it being the corpse double? Yup. Although, admittedly on a character I wasn't expecting.
Next up, you need to deduce where the corpse was hidden.
Because the room was filled with smoke, he needed to put the body somewhere he could access immediately.
Where are you thinking?
If he needed to get to the body as quickly as possible, only one place makes sense.
That place is suspicious.
Use the on-screen cursor to select the spot that answers the question.
Search every nook and cranny.
You can pick the spots where the icon changes.
Master doesn't make mistakes.
Picking the wrong spot means taking damage, so don't screw up.
Right?
Now there's crows outside.
Oh, this is looking pretty good.
Here! That's it! The burnt corpse was hidden right there!
Like hardly anywhere else to point.
Hey! Jeez, one after another. This is really bad for my heart.
We're not done yet. Hurry, let's speed it up.
Shinigami, you might be fine because you're floating around, but this is really tough for me.
I can't believe it. He had the corpse hidden under the blanket? So, that four-eyed detective was sleeping next to a dead body. I'm so jealous!
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
I like the representation of...
Zilch was lying in bed with the corpse. He got up once the smoke screen was ready. He took the corpse out from under the blanket, pulled the knife out of the cushion, and stabbed it. That way, even after he switched with the corpse, he could just hide to avoid me.
Where did Detective Four Eyes hide after that?
It must have been someplace with easy access, which must mean... under the bed. He could have quickly hid there.
Which means, if you checked under the bed at the time, you would have caught that four-eyed idiot.
But back then, I was in such a hurry to warn the other master detectives. I'm sure he calculated all that too. He knew I'd panic.
Maybe he was planning to take advantage of you from the very beginning, and that's why he let you live.
Yeah, I think Zilch was the one who peeked into the restroom while I was sleeping there. I was supposed to be sleeping in the infirmary, so he must have planned to move me before committing the crimes. I passed out in the restroom, but that didn't hinder his plans, so he went with it.
Speaking of which, wasn't it Detective Four Eyes who told you to go to the first car?
Yeah, he must have planned to make me witness everything and set me up as the culprit.
Aha! think I'm starting to see the whole picture now. Not bad, Master. Maybe you were a big shot detective before you lost your memories.
No. If I really was a great detective, I would have caught the culprit in the infirmary before any of this happened.
I guess so. By the way, where did he get the corpse he was hiding in the blanket?
That corpse? Well, Ah! Again!
I won't let you go any further.
Getting in our way again, huh? If you stand against my ruthless master, he'll chop you up and stir-fry you with veggies for dinner.
I will not!
Amazon. Amazon does sell a lot of these.
Master, I'm lending you a hand from here on out. I'll assist you when you're in a pinch.
Huh? Assist?
It's the rule of the Mystery Labyrinth to assist whoever you're accompanying. Now let's go, Master. Looks like you might not need assist after all, Master.
By using assist, your partner inside the mystery labyrinth will help out.
This could be the clincher.
When a partner's assist is activated, a mystery phantom statement won't inflict any damage. So use it to take a closer look on what they're saying.
I won't let you pass! Enough of your nonsense! You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been down at the station. It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
Master!
Yeah.
Corpse was switched out, so the culprit must have prepared for that purpose.
I won't let you pass! Enough of your nonsense!
View solution keys here. Well. Guess it has to be this one.
It's do or die!
You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been down at the station. It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
Master!
Yeah.
Sucks.
I won't let you pass! Enough of your nonsense! You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been down at the station. It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
Suckers again.
Master!
Yeah.
Why is it so hard?
Enough of your nonsense! You think he swapped with
get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
Hello?
Master!
Yeah.
I won't let you pass.
Enough of your nonsense! You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been caught at the station. It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
Hello again. How am I not hitting that?
Master!
Yeah.
I won't let you pass! Enough of your nonsense! You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been caught at the station. It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to
Replaced anyway.
What is going on?
I won't let you pass! Enough of your nonsense! You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been caught at the station. It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to
Replaced anyway.
What is going on?
Master!
Yeah.
I'm swinging at it.
I won't let you pass.
Enough of your nonsense! You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been caught at the station. It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
I guess I'm just pressing it too late.
Yeah.
I won't let you pass! Enough of your nonsense! You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been caught at the station. It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway. Master!
Yeah.
I won't let you pass.
Enough of your nonsense!
I'm so confused.
You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him.
Doesn't look like my timing's off. I agree.
It would have been caught at the station.
Oh.
It'd
My
be
timing's
impossible
not
to
off.
get it on board.
There was no corpse to replace anyway.
The button I'm pressing is
What?
completely incorrect. For sure, the body was swamped. A bunch of corpses on this train. Couldn't he used one of those?
I won't let you pass.
Was I on
Enough
Zangief's
of your
corpse
nonsense.
that whole time?
You think he swapped with a corpse?
Pressing the right button. That's very important.
Someone who could replace Zilch
I was using the slash noise button
didn't have a bag
when
that could carry a corpse.
you're supposed to be pressing the rebuttal button.
It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
Way.
This is the truth.
I did accidentally swap.
There's no need to bring an extra corpse for the swap. He just needed to reuse a dead body on the train. It's Aphex's body from the 5th car. He and Zilch are nearly the same height, and both have stab wounds in their chests. So the corpse that was switched was Aphex's.
Damn it! How could someone like you find the truth? Truth!
fight anymore.
Even if that's true, don't let your guard down. The Mystery Labyrinth isn't over yet. Stay alert until the very end.
All right.
Wow. Who would have thought that short-tempered idiot would be used for a body swap?
Thinking back, the reason the corpses in the first and fifth cars were burnt was to switch them out. But the corpse was so badly burned that I couldn't tell it was Aphex. That must be what the necklace was for, so I could identify him.
Well, reusing a corpse is rather environmentally friendly of the culprit, don't you think? He totally went green. I mean, we gotta recycle everything in our day and age, so you gotta get the most value out of corpses too, you know?
Zilch?
Wait, I am not the culprit. I am a victim who was already killed. So, leave me alone!
Hey, he ran away! After him, Master!
Yeah.
You said the body in the first car's infirmary wasn't me, but Aphex? But you went to Car 5 after Car 1 and discovered his corpse there. How was the corpse transported from Car 1 to Car 5? That'd require moving past you.
That's right, if he slipped past us, when did that happen?
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Where did he run off to?
Another mystery that needs to be solved.
When moving the body from Car 1 to Car 5, the culprit... can't have moved through the train. The train never stopped, so... When the culprit moved the body without us noticing, did the culprit get by inside or outside? Which one is it?
thinking about it rationally, we have to assume that they carried the corpse through the train.
No, that's impossible. 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 Impossible!
Zilch turned into a mystery phantom!
Get him, Master! Boom kill him so hard, his relatives get bruises!
Yeah, the blackout and the shaking.
A body can't get from car 1 to car 5. Just think about it. The train's halls are quite narrow. The corpse is heavy enough as it is. Lugging a corpse through that hallway, you would certainly have noticed. That means your deduction is all wrong. I'll say it once more. You cannot transport the corpse from car 1 to car 5.
That's true. Plus, when we investigated the private rooms, we kept the doors open for security. If someone had passed through the hallway, I probably would have noticed.
They would have had to sneak past me, too. There's no way anybody got through that corridor.
If we're certain nobody used that corridor, then the corpse must have been brought in from outside the train, not inside. If so, the culprit would need to be able to pass by us without being noticed.
What are you mumbling about? Just admit that your deductions were utter nonsense. If they didn't pass through the train, you think a corpse was brought in from outside? The windows are all locked shut. The doors lock when the train is moving. We know the train never stopped once. If the windows and doors are shut, there's no way to get out while the train is moving. No issues occurred during the train's operation.
This is the truth! No, there was something strange. The blackout and shaking that happened when I was in car 2 and car 4. When the blackout occurred and the shaking started, I'm certain something else happened in the train. Maybe it has something to do with the mystery of the moving corpse.
Don't be stupid! So what if there was a little blackout and some gentle swaying? Forget the shaking and the blackout. They were nothing but coincidences. The blackout was just a bad contact. The shaking was the tunnel air pressure. There's nothing odd about that. It's all just a coincidence. It's impossible to include that in a criminal plot.
Come on.
Such carefully crafted crime be such a coincidence? No coincidence. The culprit planned all of it.
Forget.
Yeah. Definitely going to keep with that.
At the shaking and the blackout. They were nothing but coincidences. The blackout was just a bad contact.
I'll slash through this mystery! No, the blackout didn't occur because of a connection failure. It was due to the main control system failing and switching to the backup control system. The blackout occurred during that 1 second when the system switched over.
Hey! He ran away! A fleeing phantom is a bad phantom!
Is there such a thing as a good phantom?
After him! You gotta keep solving the mystery and boom kill that mystery phantom!
Hey!
Master, you may know the cause of the blackout, but what does that have to do with how the corpse was moved?
The failed main control system was in Car 1, where the body swap occurred. If so, then the main control system's failure must have something to do with moving the corpse.
So maybe the culprit broke the main control system. He must have attempted to stop the train to bring in the corpse from the outside.
But the train never stopped. The operation log confirms the train was moving the entire time. So I don't think he broke the system to bring the corpse in.
Then why did the main control system fail?
It must have something to do with moving the body.
But you're unsure exactly how, huh? In that case... I knew it! A mystery is blocking you! Anything blocking you in here is also a mystery. So let's solve it to keep on going. So this is the question we're facing right now.
The main control system must have failed because something happened in the first car. If that's true, what exactly happened? If it's related to the body being moved, then how?
Master's expression is so serious. He must be thinking hard. Well, as his mentor, I better think hard too. The main control system failing, the blackout, the train shaking. Oh yeah! Why did the train shake like that? There was a blackout right before entering the tunnel that was caused by the main control system failing. But the culprit didn't destroy it, so the blackout happened because... wasn't there some shaking right before the blackout too? After the whole train shook, the blackout... I don't get it.
That's right! The train shook right before the blackout. We still don't know what caused that to happen. Whatever it was strong enough to make the entire train shake. It caused the main control system to fail and resulted in a blackout. If it had something to do with moving a body, then what must have happened was...
Ooh! Did I give you the assistance you needed? Close to solving the case now? Then it's time to combine our powers and solve this thing! Let's go, Master! Lay it all out! Try to solve it lickety-split! Twirling, twirling, twirling. Twirling.
Switch to backup car because car 1 was gone.
Are you just gonna leave me here?
I
Great! Go, go, go! Ta-da! Great!
ED, really? I need a detached.
Great! Only 30 seconds left, Master!
I can't hit that one. Spin around faster, please.
Great!
Could it be that the first car was separated from the train?
Huh? Separated? What? Seriously?
Yeah. The reason why the main control system failed was because the first car was cut off from the rest of the train we were riding in.
Let's keep going for now. Master, I don't really get it. What do you mean the first car was cut off?
The shaking happened just before the blackout, right? Huh? Did it just shake? What was that? The lights went out for a moment and came back on. At that time, the first car was disconnected from the rest of the Amaterasu Express. As a result, the main control system failed, and after a brief blackout, it switched to the backup.
But why cut off the first car? Why go through all that trouble?
Of course, to move the body in the train car. To do that.
Watch out! Ah! There it is again! It's bigger than ever!
How much longer will this keep happening? I feel like I'm going to suffocate.
Now's not the time to be suffocating!
Again?
We need to resolve the mystery at hand.
Given that the first car was cut off so that the body could be moved. Right. I think I see what happened.
Seems like you got it. Let's do this! Lay it all out, Master! Are you ready to play the Shinigami puzzle? Hurry on over! Nice! Nice! Nice!
Can I turn off the rumble in this game? It was a little ridiculous.
That's right. He transported the corpse using the entire first car. That's why the first car was disconnected.
Transported the corpse? With the entire car? Nonsense. Shut up! The first car is at the front of the train. Apex's corpse was in the 5th car, in the back. Even if you detach the front car, how do you move it all the way to the rear?
You gotta use the map.
Master, don't be scared. Lots of villains transform after they've been cornered.
Calm down. Stay calm. Think.
I remember that right before the tunnel, there's another way that they can go. That's, yeah. At first I thought it was like if the trains were gonna collide in the tunnel or something like that. You know, one train can go around, but guess not.
How could you swap the position of the 1st and 5th cars? If I can answer that, I can solve this mystery once and for all. How did it happen?
That reminds me. Master, earlier when you were talking about the shaking and mentioned the blackout? Blackout only happened once, but the shaking happened twice.
Yeah, it definitely shook 2 separate times. Right before entering the tunnel, and right after leaving it. The first time was when the train car was disconnected. But what about the second? Something happened to the train then, too. The shaking at the end of the tunnel felt similar to when Car 1 disconnected.
There's no point thinking about it. You're stuck in this labyrinth for all eternity.
Master, here it comes! You gotta solve the mystery and defeat him!
Your deductions aren't worth a damn thing. Because they're all wrong from the very beginning. So it shook twice near the tunnel. What of it? You mean the train car was separated and reconnected? Why would that even matter? Even if you managed to separate car 1, how could it be moved to the rear? The train was always running on the same tracks. There's no way to shuffle the train cars around.
This is the truth! No! At that time, not all the cars were moving on the same track. The track that the Amaterasu Express was on separated into double tracks right before entering the tunnel. So by taking advantage of the double tracks, it's possible to switch out the train cars. The first time the train shook was before entering the tunnel, which was caused by Car 1 separating. After that, the separated Car 1 entered the other track, while the rest of the train proceeded on the main track. The 2 tracks rejoin after the tunnel. That's where Car 1 connected to the end of the train. This is when the train shook for the second time.
You're right! The first car moved all the way to the back!
Normally, it's impossible for a single train car to function on its own. But the Amaterasu Express is special. The control system will supply electricity as programmed and drive the train. But all train cars on the train have motors that run autonomously.
If each train car can operate autonomously, then Car 1 can function on its own! Doesn't that solve everything? It's time you gave up!
No! That's crazy!
Huh? What?
Using your method to rearrange the train cars would connect the first car to the end, which would leave it behind the fifth car. In other words, it becomes the sixth car, but that doesn't exist. So, you're telling me you found Avex's corpse in the non-existent sixth car?
Oh, you're right.
Do you get it? You're the one who's wrong. Everything you've deduced is wrong!
No, I'm not wrong. The truth lies just ahead of us. I will prove it to you.
Let's work together as a team.
From the start, Amaterasu Express was a
Twirling, twirling, twirling. Are you just gonna leave me here?
I'm waiting for a 4. But
Twirling, twirling, twirling.
I'm gonna
You can do
see if I can see this map. Car 1 was made to look like Car 5, the total number of cars. Yeah, I got that. I wanted to see the map. You suckapoo. Alright. I'll stick with 4.
Tick-tock.
Oh, I can hold RB to fast forward.
Nice.
Maybe the Amaterasu Express doesn't have 5 cars. What if there were only 4 cars to begin with? If that's the case, then to me, Car 1 could be made to look like Car 5.
Huh? So there weren't 5 cars the whole time, but instead 4?
That's why Melanie said the 5th car's door was broken while we were in transit.
But you can't access the 5th car, the one at the end. The door appears to be broken and won't open. So it wasn't broken. The 4th car was actually the farthest one back from the get-go?
I'm sure the real 5th car was left behind at the station when we departed. So the train took off with only 4 cars. There was another Car 1 at our destination. If it connected upon arrival, then the train would have 5 cars again. So the Car 1 where I was knocked out became the 5th car at the end of the line. And when I was questioned by the Peacekeepers, the Car 1 there was another car prepared at the station specifically for this plot.
The real car 1 was waiting at the station's platform, and all the Peacekeepers there would have noticed it. So they were all in on it.
Or you can assume that the Peacekeepers themselves were the ones who prepared the other Car 1. If there was another Car 1, then there would be something that sets it apart from the original Car 1. For example, the way the window glass was broken in the infirmary would be different from how I broke it.
You mean when you used the fire extinguisher to smash the infirmary's window? So they knew you would do that? That's how they were able to imitate it in the new Car 1?
I think I was set up to reach for that fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher was left in a conspicuous spot in the hallway. They wanted me to use it to break the window. And that's how they pulled off swapping the 1st and 5th cars while in transit. It was all a trap to set me up as the culprit. Isn't that right? Zilch!
All right, we're almost there. Let's catch this culprit.
How are we gonna prove this?
That was a pretty solid deduction. Very impressive. Of me foreseeing your potential.
It's so strange. It doesn't feel like I'm learning this stuff, more like I'm remembering it. Maybe I was even a high-ranking detective in the WDO.
Now's no time for bragging. You still gotta catch him.
Right.
That's so loud. I need to save and mark. Let's do that.